Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute. I'll wait until we get confirmation that we're live. Oh, Phil, you want to say some
Also,
words for me?
confirmation. How about confirmation that you show me the? I gotta see what I'm looking at here. I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
make sure I can see it.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Oh
Welcome back.
yeah,
Welcome back to episode. We don't know what number it is
it's
because last time I
36,
made
but
it
it's gonna be
36.
listed as 34.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we got audio on the tubes.
Hell yeah.
Let me
Um.
check for audio on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back. Oh yeah. If we have audio on one place, we'll have audio on the other.
How do
It's all
you
good.
know?
Because I'm just a
How do
tech
you
nerd
know?
dweeb. I'm a tech
How do
nerd
you
dweeb.
know?
I'm kind of a OBS aficionado.
No, you ain't. What's that? What's that?
The
What's that?
learning curve. It
Sandy
took me a
Cheeks.
while to learn the ropes, but man, oh man.
Sandy Cheeks when she goes, "No, you ain't."
No, you ain't! But yeah. This is episode 34/36. Maybe meet us in the middle with 35. And today we're talking about a whole lot of stuff. Freaking Miles Turner signed with the Bucks. I had no idea that happened until like 5 minutes ago. Damian Lillard got waived. Minkah Fitzpatrick is a Dolphin. Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith
You say
are
minute? You
Steelers.
say minutes, Patrick?
No, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It sounded like you said minutes, Patrick. It's
Did I
like a
say minutes,
dude.
Patrick?
That's good. Yeah, you cut. You sound like you cut out for me.
Oh,
Also,
man.
I can't see. I can't see. Taff. Taff. I
Oh,
can't. I can't see.
right.
Great.
Oh,
I don't.
also,
Great.
also, Zach Wilson got married. I was lucky enough to be the best man, and the spread there was
That's a
incredible.
lie.
I got
He's
an
lying,
empanada.
folks.
He gave me a little to-go box. You know, the friend's mom was at the wedding too, and she's
Also
a
a
really,
lie.
really
Well, actually, I don't know
down-to-earth
if that's
lady.
a lie, but he wasn't there.
Mm.
You weren't there.
I mean, his wife loves the friend's mom. Like I said earlier, they get dinner every Sunday. They do dinner, like they have a little family dinner. They're very family oriented. They taught me a
You
lot
were
about
not there.
tolerance. Yeah, man, because they saw
You
the
were
edit.
not there.
They saw the edit that I did
Like,
like 10 months ago of Zach Wilson. And Zach Wilson just like they played it on this big projection screen. And
you were not there. You were not at the wedding.
That's for me to know and for you to speculate.
I know. Yeah, I know. I know. I know that you weren't at the wedding. You know you weren't at the wedding.
That's
We can
why
all use.
That's why I've been so scatterbrained lately. I was trying to juggle finding an internship, doing the podcast, and I had to write my best man speech for Zach's wedding.
You ain't no best. You ain't Zach's best man.
Hey Zach,
I think Bo
if you're
Nix.
watching this,
If anything, it was probably Bo Nix. It was probably like Bo Nix or something. I don't know. If I had to guess,
no, Bo
I'd have
Nix.
put my money on it.
He
Bo
would not
Nix.
make Bo Nix his best man.
Bo Nix. Bo Nix. Best Bo. He's the best Bo Nix.
Me and
Best Bo Nix man.
me and Zach Wilson, we actually talked a lot of crap about Bo Nix during the wedding. Not a
Really,
lot.
because Bo Nix was there at the wedding.
No, he wasn't. Well, all right, yeah, fine, he was, but
You're
he
like,
was.
dog. How do you think I knew about this? How do you think I knew? I got information that you don't even have. You was not there.
Wow, I wish I had another empanada. Those Wilsons, they know how to cook, or they have taste.
As if they could make empanadas. Like, I don't mean to be that guy to be like, oh, white people can't make empanadas. White people can't make empanadas, bro. Respectfully, there's no way the Zach Wilson family had empanadas. If they did, and someone can prove me wrong, that's not you because you didn't go. Then I'll retract and apologize for my statement. Until I got proof that they were serving empanadas, I stand by it. I stand on business in this case.
Excuse me. Yeah. So yeah. The Zach Wilson marriage was just beautiful. I cried tears of joy. Cam Thomas says, "Hey Dame, your raps are trash, but you ball so hard. Think about Brooklyn. We can run the 5-guard squad."
Dang, I almost so hard and guard almost rhymed there. Cam Thomas
I thought
got
that
some
was a
bars.
rap. Cam,
Yeah, they were.
yo, it's the Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas, what's up?
No. The Cam Thomas. Hold on, I gotta eat this food. I'm gonna chew, talk. But I was watching a little of D&E. They were very upset. I know Eric was upset at another trade that happened that's not on the ticker.
What
It was Michael Porter Jr. got sent to the Nets with an unprotected first-round pick for Cam Johnson.
No way. Dude, I have Bleacher Report. I swear I have all the NBA notifications.
You don't have your
on.
notifications on, bro. You got your notifications turned off. You're living under a rock.
Holy crap.
You're like Patrick Starr.
I feel like the Nuggets got cooked in that trade. Why would you get rid of Michael Porter Jr.?
I think they won that trade. I don't know what you're talking about. I think the Nuggets won that trade by far.
So, give me this one more time. The Nuggets traded Michael Porter Jr. and got Cam Johnson. And what else?
That was it. Now Cam Johnson, they got rid of an unprotected first round pick, I think. I believe that's the right. Let me make sure I'm right.
I was starting to have my doubts about Michael Porter Jr.
No, it was like a 2032 first round pick unprotected.
And which team got that?
That was the Nets. Nets got Michael Porter Jr. 2032 first round pick unprotected. Keep in mind, 2032 is in 7 years for Cam, and the Nuggets got Cam Johnson, who is like I don't know. Is Cam Johnson obviously not?
Well, here's the thing about
the better all around player.
No, I think Michael Porter Jr. is the best player in that trade. But
yeah.
I was starting to have concerns about his fit in Denver. Like, it felt like kind of a Julius Randle on the Knicks type situation. It's like every time he gets the ball, he's just yucking that thing. And you have Nikola Jokic on your team. They should be feeding the big. But also, now I wonder, because, like, you have Michael, pardon my French, Michael shoot that shit Porter Jr. On the same team as certified bucket getter Cam Thomas. We have Cam Thomas himself in the chat right now. What do you think about that, Cam?
Yeah, come on, Cam. You gotta have some thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, no!
I knew it. I knew this was gonna happen. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. 3 minutes ago, I saw food fall straight up out of your mouth. I'm like, he's gonna do something. Something's gonna mess up his food in 3 minutes. Well, yeah. I didn't say it out loud. I didn't want to be that guy, but I just had a feeling. I had a feeling, and I was correct.
Well, yeah, I'm eating some quesabirria tacos, and, they come with that quesabirria dipping sauce. And I guess this might actually be a good thing, but they gave me 2 lime quarters, right? I went to pick up one, and when I went to squeeze it over my tacos, it fell into my quesabirria dipping sauce. So now it's just, there's not as much surface area for me to... Why didn't Eric... What did Eric not like about this trade? He's a Nets fan, right?
I think it's just... Yeah, but it's like, from my understanding, it was like there's no direction with this Nets team. I think they're gonna, like, and he said, and I kind of agree. I don't know if they'll be the worst. Like, I imagine somebody will somehow be worse. But they look like the worst roster right now in the league. Like, by far, even more so. Because, I mean, really, do you think Michael Porter Jr. is going to perform as the best player on his team?
No.
I don't even think he is. I think it's Cam Thomas, and even then, in comparison, man, come on. Michael Porter Jr. had his best season was just now, and it was 18 points per game. I'm just not. He's okay, but like Cam Johnson does much more and fits more what the Nuggets want to do, whereas Michael Porter Jr. is just isn't gonna. He's not gonna translate to any more wins in Brooklyn by being there.
Yeah, because he's the same archetype of Cam Thomas, and you don't really need more than one certified bucket getter in your starting lineup. I mean, if you want to run them separately, in 2 separate lineups, that could work. Well, Cam Thomas says...
Wait,
what are you going to say?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sweet.
Cam
Almost
Thomas
done.
says,
Don't eat.
will be a good fit with us, and unlike his brother, you can bet on that. And then he says,
Classic John type.
indeed. Cam Thomas also says, 3 John Stockton on the court, just passing to me and MPJ. That's the direction. How's that 3 John Stocktons? Who's 3
Yeah,
John
they're
Stockton?
gonna all come back. Well, first of all 3 John. Just get 3 John Stocktons. That's what I would do. Bring him back. Even now at 63, John Stockton can still do what he needs to do. He can just be a facilitator.
That's a
Chris
fact.
Paul's doing it at 40.
Yeah, if you get some lockdown defenders, he wouldn't even need to run onto the other side of the court. He could just go.
Speaking of Chris Paul,
go facilitate.
Speaking of Chris Paul, I gotta look at this up because I saw opportunity. I think Chris Paul was talked about with a potential reunion with Phoenix and then with one other team.
What was the other team? I'm gonna guess OKC.
Clippers. Those Clippers.
Oh, that could.
Why would he want?
Cool.
OKC is gonna do nothing. He's gonna be getting vet minimum on OKC.
Yeah, locker room guy.
They don't need a locker room guy. They just won a championship. They don't need anything.
Maybe a veteran presence. It couldn't hurt.
I guess, but
I mean, with the Clippers,
I don't know. At a certain point, they just proved they don't need a vet presence. They just won a chip.
Yeah, I guess it depends what Chris Paul wants. Is he trying to win a ring?
I mean, maybe. But I know how LeBron said rings don't matter. This would be kind of one of the rings where it's like, here you go, Chris. We feel bad that you played so long. You deserve a ring, right?
Pretty ring. He should come to the Knicks.
It's like LaShawn McCoy's 2 rings. LaShawn McCoy's a great player, and he's I think he's on a bunch of I think he's on ESPN talking. But LaShawn McCoy has 2 Super Bowl rings and was the 3rd string running back on both of those teams.
Really?
Dude was done.
What teams?
I think it was the Chiefs in 2019 and then the Bucks in 2020.
Chiefs in 2019.
But it's I don't think of those teams and think, oh my gosh, LaShawn McCoy 2 rings, crazy. I don't I am of the ball camp that there are some rings that just matter more than others. Those are rings that I'm that's I also congrats, buddy.
In the NBA, rings that an individual player has means more than the amount of rings somebody has in their NFL career, because there's less players in the NBA. You are a higher percentage of your team's roster in the NBA. So when you win a ring,
but if you're still the 13th best player on your team, and let's say you're Chris Paul, that's probably what you would be if you're on the Thunder. That ring to me doesn't really mean anything. It's just it doesn't mean anything for Chris Paul. It would mean something for Shea, who would probably be the best player on that team if they were to bring Chris Paul in and win another championship. But it doesn't mean anything outside of that.
Now, don't you think he could be a 6-man?
On that roster, no.
Sorry, not 6-man, but a backup point guard? Just 2nd string instead of 3rd string?
I guess, but I don't see. I wouldn't even bother to be honest. Would Chris Paul get minutes? How many minutes Chris Paul get in the actual playoffs? How much do you think he's averaging in the playoffs? What?
I mean,
what was he ever? Because I know he played every game this year, but I would see no point for the Thunder to get him.
I barely watch teams out west in the NBA, and Chris Paul's been in the West for a while. So, but I would say, if Chris Paul signed with the Knicks, theoretically, he could do, 10, 15 minutes a game, fill in for Brunson. That would be amazing.
He started all the games this year. I think he started all the games. He played and started all the games for the Spurs this year, and he wasn't he looked old, man.
Oh,
I'm just,
damn.
I'm gonna say
Well,
it.
yeah,
Dude,
he's
look
40,
old.
right?
I mean, yeah, of course he looks old because he is old, but it's like, to a certain extent, like, what are you gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And we got some more chats from Cam Thomas over here. He says,
To
I
go.
ain't trying to hate, but cancel the WNBA. No offense, ladies. And start up a league with the seniors. I'd pay to watch 60-year-old John Stockton run a pick and roll again. I think maybe,
Gosh.
I mean, they could partner. Maybe the NBA could like start a
The
senior
senior
league,
league.
and then
Yeah,
it
let
could be
him.
tied to the WNBA somehow.
That I would watch that over what we got this past All Star weekend. I would 100% watch the geezers
Oh
go at
yeah.
it.
Oh,
Full like
that would
full
be awesome,
contact too.
actually. Like in like an oldies game, and they like if they don't want to run the full
Hmm.
court, it could be like a half court 3 on
Yeah,
3
for like a
game.
half court 3-on-3 game. That'd be sick.
Like John
That'd be
Stockton,
so
Michael
awesome.
Jordan, and
It's like the
Hakeem.
like Jordan and Hakeem. Dude, oh my god. How old? What's like the minimum age we looking at? We looking at you got to have an AARP card. Is that minimum age? Is that the requirement to get in? You
Hmm.
don't have one, then it's curtains. Dude, imagine when like if that was like a thing, and you would have like athletes start to get older, and then you'd be like, oh man, Shaq's getting up there. I can't wait to watch Shaq in the senior league.
How old
Like
is Shaq?
crazy.
He's got to be like what, mid-50s?
I think Shaq is 50. I want to say. Let me check.
I think
Shaq age.
I think
Shaq age 53. Yeah.
okay. The minimum age I think should be like 60, maybe 58 or something.
Dude, like I would imagine like Shaq, Charles, Chuck, and Kenny just all on one team,
That would be
just
sick.
on 1-on-1 three. They're just talking all that shit.
Facing off
Oh,
against
no.
like um I don't know, like significantly older but better John
Yeah,
Stockton, Michael
they
Jordan,
bring in
and Hakeem
like, hold
Olajuwon.
on, I want to check how old. Dude, they bring in 68-year-old Larry Bird.
Oh, that would be sick. And you know
And
Larry
that,
Bird would get competitive as hell.
oh yeah, dude, imagine Shaq gets so old to the point where he finally decides it's time. I'm gonna develop a shot. Like you just see Shaq like in his like 60s, like swishing threes in the seniors league. Oh my gosh,
That would be iconic.
amazing!
Yeah, with All-Star
It'd be like a
Weekend,
unicorn.
we need that in All-Star Weekend, like a seniors game. And we also
Yeah,
need the one-on-one tournament. Like imagine Kyrie Irving versus like Wemby one-on-one. That would be awesome.
like is it weird? I feel like Kyrie. I don't know. That's like
Kyrie might get cooked in that matchup. Yeah.
because I think Kyrie's too good with his handles, but I think there's no way Kyrie could stop Wemby defensively.
And Wemby would probably be able to block him pretty easily.
Yeah, maybe that's an easy Wemby win. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. But outside of that, the new Kevin Abstract album. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
Ladies and gentlemen.
gosh, dude.
Oh!
Do this every year. Why?
It's actually been 2 years. The new Kevin Abstract album.
No, I'm not saying they. I'm referring to you. You do this every time. You're like, oh my gosh, guys, new album dropped. It's better than Slice.
Well, actually, the
It's
other
better than the
times,
toilets.
it is better than the toilet. I
No,
will say
it's
that.
not.
This is better than the toilet.
I don't think there's any album in my life that.
This is my favorite album of the year. With the other album that came out,
The year's not over yet.
well, it's the album of the year so far. But yeah, like you say, like, oh, like whenever I talk about it, it's like, oh, it's the best thing since sliced bread. I mean, yeah, that was when I was anticipating the Little Sims album, which was actually pretty mid. Unfortunately, I gotta give it another listen because I really
What were
respect
you
Little
anticipating?
Sims
You
as
cut
an
out
artist.
for me.
I was anticipating the Little Sims album. Um,
Oh, uh-huh.
and because she's a really good artist that I respect a lot, but when on my first listen, I was like, dang, this is kind of mid. But But yeah, I mean, after listening, the new Kevin Abstract album is still the best thing since sliced bread. It's got JPEG Mafia on it. It's got Quadeca on it. It's got other random artists you've never heard of, like Love Spells and Roro and Truly Young, I think. Oh my gosh, Copy. It's got this has like angelic production, multiple genres, something for everybody on it. It's called Blush. But Philip, what do you think about it? Why do you think this album?
I think it's an album.
Oh, you cut out.
It's sliced bread. It's not that good.
Oh, you're cutting out.
7 out of 10.
That's like a 7 out of 10. All right,
that's the best I think.
Why do you think it's a 7 out of 10
Break this down,
as opposed to the 10 out of 10 that I'm giving it? Oh, you're cutting out a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Not a 10 out of 10. Because, do you remember when...
We're having some technical difficulties. Wait a minute. Yo, can you hear me? Oh, no. Yeah, you're cutting out like a lot. Can you hear me okay?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
I'm just gonna...
You're cutting out like a crazy person.
I can't... you're not saying anything.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I cannot...
Yo. Leave and come back. Leave and come back.
I cannot hear you.
Leave and come back.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Keep yapping, keep yapping. Yeah. Yes, you're not cutting out nearly as much as you were before. Oh, no.
Anyway, as I was saying...
Phil, it's happening again.
Like a 7 out of 10.
I think it's because... I think the technology gods know that this... The technology gods know that this is a better than a 7 out of 10 album. I got...
Not picking...
Yeah, I'm eating a messy food. What the heliante?
This is a... And I...
What on God's green earth?
What is going...
Hello?
It's got to be your input for whatever reason. It's not coming through on my end.
Oh, what the heck?
Is your mic plugged all the way in, boy?
Can you hear me?
Hold on. I'm gonna try.
Wow.
Hi.
Thank you for bearing with us,
Oh,
people. I don't know what's happening.
Can
you hear
me? Yeah, I think it's gotta be you, because you're not making sound at all for me.
But you can't hear me. I don't know. I see my sound waves moving.
No,
oh,
you're still not talking. I can't. I still can't hear you.
Oh wait.
You're not even. I'm. If he does this now, I'm real. Oh my god! How many do you have?
A lot of microphones.
What's up?
Hello?
Can
you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, now you're cutting out again. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think the stream crashed for a little bit. What the heck? Well, no, it's back. But, like, I just saw, you know, the Stream Elements bot, and it was like, yo,
No, it's
people in the chat, can you hear me okay? Is it, like, super cutty-outy? Philip White's cutting out on my end, but I don't know what's happening. Damn.
Me.
Oh wait, let me see. Let me do something. Yeah, my headphones are plugged in like legitly.
Like what?
Oh no. No. Hello? Hi? Hello?
No.
Can you not hear me? I'm plugged into my mic. I hear you for like half a second at a time. For whatever reason, my let me just switch something real quick because it keeps.
No.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
And
you're cutting out like crazy. I don't know. You just started getting super cutty-outy at one point. Yo, can you hear what I'm saying or no?
Still.
All right. I'm going to call you.
Like
let's see, yeah.
Six.
Hi.
Hi.
You are cutting out like crazy. What's happening on your end?
No, I don't hear you at all.
What?
Like,
the heck?
I don't. You're not like I have right now. From what I can see, like I see your little green bubble pop up occasionally, and then you cut out for like 1 second, and I can hear you, and then it's another 30 seconds of silence.
For me, it's like that, except it's happening every 5 seconds.
All right. Well, that's a problem.
Well, I just heard a whole all right.
Oh, well, that's an issue.
All right,
What if we just both restart Discord and then try again?
Okay.
I'm gonna try that and see if that does anything. So I'm gonna do that right now. When I hit Control-Alt-Delete and then Task Manager and then End Discord Process.
All right.
Yes.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties. We will return shortly.
You're a technical difficulty.
No. No, you're a technical difficulty.
No, your
Oh,
technical
jeez.
difficulty times infinity plus one, whatever you say.
No, no. Well, you're freaking lame, and
No, it's just Chad. It's okay. I get it. But it's not reconnects.
all right. Can you hear me in Discord?
Wait. Say that again.
Can you hear me in Discord?
You're still cutting out a little. Say it one more time.
Oh, you're cutting out a ton still.
Hold on. I'm gonna hang up the.
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Hello. Yeah, you're still cutting out like a crazy person. I don't know what's going on.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Jack.
Hi.
I can't hear you still.
I can barely hear you still.
Help.
Well, why is that?
I don't
Why is
know.
that?
I
Well-
think my next thing to figure out is if this is an OBS issue. So,
It might be an
Hey.
OBS issue. That is possible.
yeah. All right, people in attendance. We're going to be right back, hopefully. We're going to turn the stream off and see if the connection gets better.
Yippee!
Woo! We will see you again shortly. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this half episode so far, remember to like and subscribe. Yo, you got out a whole vine. Boom. Good stuff.